how to make a Google form. Google Forms tutorial. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can build your own Google Forms, whether you're using it as a registration form or a survey form. So let's get started. First off, click on your top right where you have your Google applications and you're going to scroll down, and once you scroll down you will see Google Forms. Click on the Forms icon over here and this will open up your Google Forms. Now on the top you will have a template gallery which you can use to create a pre-generated template and then customize your template. However, we're going to click on blank form and build our own customized form. Now over here on the top, you will have a untitled form, which is going to be the basic title. Now let's say I want to call this survey. Now when you add a name over here and on the top left you haven't added a name, if you click on the top left, it will automatically take whatever you put in your untitled form here. But these two do not need to be the same thing. So let's say I want to call this survey number 1, like this. So I can change the name this survey is saved under in my Google Forms. Then you're going to add a form description. So please spare 2 minutes to fill out this form. Now, once you do that, you can go on ahead and change the settings if you do not want to collect emails. However, we're going to be going into the settings tab later. Now below that, you're going to start adding your questions. So what is your age? Now your questions can be categorized in different ways. You can click on the right tab to add either short answer questions, paragraph questions, multiple choice, checkboxes, drop downs, file uploads, linear scales, ratings, multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, date or time answers. So for us, depending on how I want to collect ages, if I want to either group people together, so I will select it from a drop down, which basically means that people can select one correct answer or a multiple choice. So for example, if it's 18 to 30, and then after that, I'm going to add the option for 31 to 40 or 18 to 25. Let's say that makes a better age group. And then after that, we have 26 to 35. Then we have 36 to 45. And then we have 45 plus. Let's say that's just one category that we add. Now, after that, people can select their answer that is going to apply to them. This can also be done in the form of a short answer where people can type out their age, but then if you're trying to group people together, it would make it more difficult. Now below that, you have the option to duplicate a question. So if you have similar questions that have similar answers, you can actually just duplicate it and then re-enter the new question. And after that, you have the delete button and if the question is required or not. So I want to make this a required question, and we can also add a description to every question that we have. For us, a description is not required because this is a really simple question. But if you have questions that are more complicated that might need an additional line of text for people's understanding, you can add a description to do so. You can also make section-based answers, so continue to next section, submit form like this. Now, I don't want to enable this, so I'm just going to remove it. Now, this can be really helpful when you're building different survey forms for different age groups. So if I have a different questionnaire for people that are under 25 and a different questionnaire for people that are 26 to 35, I can click on the go to section-based answer and they would be continued or led to their individual portion of this survey that is going to be relevant to them. But this is a simple questionnaire that we are building. After that, we can click on the right tab where it says Add Question. Once you do that, you can proceed with your next question. Now I'll show you guys a different type of question. For example, if we have a question on date and time, and you might say, why would we have a question on date and time? Let's say we want to have our participants do an activity. So what time and date would you be available, not available for participating in a simple experiment? And after that, we can include the date or time. Now, this is going to be a bit limiting because you can either pick out the date or the time. So I am going to only ask what date would you be available for participating in a simple experiment, and I'm going to make this required. Now, after that, you can also click on the Write tab where you can import questions. You can also add heading or descriptions to questions. You can add images, and this is helpful when you're building registration forms to add a bit more of a visual element to your forms. You can also incorporate videos and build your surveys and questions. So I can add a section, and this section is going to be the quality of life. So let's say in this section, I ask questions about people's quality of life, and I'm going to add my first question. So, how would you describe or how satisfied are you with your current job? Now, the answers for this I'm going to put on a linear scale from 1 to 5. Depending on the Likert type of your scale, it could be 1 to 10, 1 to 9, it really depends. And I'm going to add a label. So for my one label is very dissatisfied. And then for my label number 5, I'm going to add it as satisfied or completely or very satisfied. And then when people are rating for 2, they would automatically know that it means dissatisfied. 4 or 3 would mean neutral, and then 4 would mean satisfied. And I'm also going to make this a required question. You can also click on a description over here, and over here I can actually label my numbering. So I can write 1 very dissatisfied, and this is labeled, but I can write 3 is equal to neutral. And this is just going to help people in categorizing their emotions or, whatever they're trying to say in our form. After that, we can proceed on to our next question. Now, you might say, what's the difference between a rating and a linear scale? Linear scales are usually used for scientific research, and they could be inverse. So, if I change my question to how dissatisfied are you with your current job? Very dissatisfied and very satisfied. That would actually mean that a rating of 1 means that you are more correlated to the answer. However, if I put the same question here, a rating of 5 would mean that you are more dissatisfied with your current job. So that's just different ways you can phrase them, and that is why you have the ability to add descriptions so it's easier for your participants to understand your questions. Now, once you've built your form, you can click on responses and link them to a sheet on Google so all of your data can be put there. Then you can click on your settings tab to make this a quiz. You can also manage how your responses are collected. So if you only want verified Google users to be able to submit the form, and if you want to send them a copy of their responses. And then on the top right, you have a add-on tool that allows you to integrate other applications, and then a theme customizer, which can help you in changing the visual element of your form. Once completed, you can preview it by clicking on this eye icon, and then click on send and send it via email, link sharing, or code embeds. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.